Hey everyone, welcome to the Antics and Goose show. I'm Fancy
And
Antics.
I'm Goose Gaming.
It's the show where we chat about anything and everything and see where it takes us. Uh, yeah, and here we are again, another podcast. This one is a non-live podcast this week due to some scheduling conflicts there. So this time it's just a sudden traditional roll of what we used to do in the past, a little bit of a throwback. Um, Blast from the past here of just
A few weeks
non-live of us,
ago.
just two guys talking.
Yeah.
A what?
From a few weeks ago.
From a few weeks ago, yeah, exactly. So far back, time flies these days. In the distant lands of 2020. No, wait, no, we started this in 2021. What the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah.
Anyways, so January, I guess. And yeah, so here we are. As always, like we talk about anything and everything. We always want to hear you guys' comments, your input. Always lay down in the comments what you want to see, what you want us to talk about, what do you want us to talk about less. If you want us to talk less entirely, let us know. Maybe we sound like shit. Maybe we don't know what we're talking about. Call us out on it. It'd be great. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, well, it feels weird to not be doing this live in front of a bunch of people as well. So it's gonna be a
Yeah, we
weird
can
spin,
use
and I think it might be us rambling a lot more than we usually do because we're just gonna be going off each other, not chat. And I mean, we've spent what almost 45 minutes talking before the podcast about random bullshit. So never mind. Then we just decided to hit
Yeah,
record.
pretty
So
much.
we'll see how this turns out.
Yeah, hopefully we can find each other interesting enough to stay on, keep going instead of chat helping us out with that.
We'll just be
Like, oh
sending
my
out
god,
tweets.
shut up.
Who's got topics?
Yeah, come on. Right now, come on. Quick, submit something. Yeah,
Damn.
pop-ups, yeah.
But I figured this would be a good episode because there's a few things that happened today. So which is Monday, but the Friday before the video. So it's gonna be kind of new
Mm-hmm.
news still by Friday.
Yeah, pretty much right. Yep. And that is.
And so the first thing that we're going to talk about is the new Venom trailer, which I'm super
Mm-hmm.
excited for.
Yep. Yep. I saw that surprisingly late too because you brought it up to me, and I searched it up, and I swear to God, if YouTube's algorithm was broken temporarily, something like that, because I searched it up, I'm reading all like the knockoff videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's no Venom 2 thing. There's like rumors that the Venom 2 trailer should be dropping soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, so I searched it up on Google, and they get a ton of YouTube links from Google. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, great, Sony Pictures, see, this is the one, this is legit, this is it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I seen it from like a random Screen
so I clicked
Rant.
on one of those, and then it brought me to. So, yeah.
Yeah, Screen Rant, the YouTube channel. They just do a bunch of movie channel stuff. Yeah, it was randomly on there. I didn't see it from Sony Pictures or anything like that. It was from them.
Mm-hmm.
And they were in the trending because YouTube's algorithm must have been broken because that's where it was for the first couple hours. Like, and I watched it. Was it first thing this morning at like 10 o'clock in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like super excited to see it. And I was like, God damn, I didn't even really know it was coming. And I mean, as far as we know from the trailer, we don't know when the movie's specifically coming either.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometime I thought maybe they saw there was a date on it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe not. I think it's like next year sometime.
I think at the end of the trailer they
know.
say coming soon to theaters.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think they're kind of stuck in that market of hopefully COVID's over by the time it comes out, so they can do more movie theater shit all across the world instead of just in Florida and Texas.
And it's called Venom: Let There Be Carnage, in honor of spoilers, Carnage. Oh no, it's oh wait no, hold on, that can't be right.
What is it saying?
In theaters June 25th.
No, there's no way that's coming out in a month.
I think it might have been originally like that because that's like from 2020 that Sony put that out there, so I think probably delayed due to COVID. Yeah, no, September by the looks of it, actually, still. So I think it's still this year.
That's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts on the trailer?
Good, I think. Like it's exciting and stuff like that. I think it's what I expected it to be. Whether that was a good thing or a bad thing. Like the whole like intro bit. If you haven't watched it, probably watched it before you watch the segment here, so you know what the hell we're talking about here, folks. But just like the whole thing with Venom's like making them breakfast and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's a very comical version of Venom, which
yeah.
a lot of people kind of disliked for the bit from the first one. Is it's not how Venom's more so portrayed in the comics, but then again, it's comics, so if you want to appeal to more audiences, even though they
Hmm.
probably should have gone the hour route where it was more like Deadpool's aspect, because clearly those make money, but whatever,
Yeah,
neither here nor there. I don't know, like overall, good trailer, lots of action, stuff like that. Visuals look good, um, and yeah, that was the rest of it was pretty good. Kind of see when he built stuff up, you kind of get the idea of how Carnage came to be. Um, a little bit too. If hopefully it goes more into the backstory a bit rather than just making there's this crazy guy with that's got the symbiote in him now and he's just evil because he's like clinically insane or
yeah.
like a sociopath, which I guess is part of it. But I don't know. Hopefully go a bit more into Cletus's backstory there a bit. Uh, Visually, um, I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong, or the lighting's off in the trailer or something like that. But Carnage looks a bit odd to me. A bit like he looks too buff. Maybe.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm with you on that, and the color I think was a little off too.
yeah, I expected maybe more red. Like
Yeah,
he's just a reddish black version,
yeah,
which is Venom's
it could have been the
offspring
lighting,
to my
right?
mind. But
Which very well, because we didn't see a whole lot of Carnage in the trailer. Which I
yeah,
mean, let's hope that we're actually getting the comic Carnage, right? Like the bright red,
yeah,
obnoxious.
yeah, yeah. Obnoxious. The very sinister, very evil. Yeah, I don't know. Like he looks almost a bit too much like Venom and Riot.
Yeah,
For the first one, like Riot had blades and stuff like that. Seems like Carnage has that. I don't know. I get enough of it to really know, and it's still too early to tell. Can't really judge it. But yeah, like usually Carnage is very maniacal in a very similar way. Well, not really, but like takes a lot of aspects from the Joker to Marvel's side of it,
yeah,
like just that level of insanity and just unsteadiness, instability, and very lanky, very quick. Whereas Venom is the more aggressive, tough one.
yeah.
Carnage is supposed to be the more speedy, kind of
Agile, kind of.
agile. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, agile. So I don't know, but yeah, overall, I mean, the first one performed well, obviously enough to give it a sequel and stuff like that. Woody Harrelson, great. I like him as an actor. I think he's a great actor. Pretty good choice for Carnage, I think, especially with the southern roots of
Hmm.
what Carnage is, or who Carnage is. Um, yeah, so I think that. I'm not sure what do you think about that.
I think with him, I like him as an actor. I really like him, and from what I've seen of him in the trailer, I really liked it. I'm gonna have that weird stigmatism. I think he might be a little too old to actually be playing because he's. I'm pretty sure he's in his like 60s or almost 60s.
Yeah, he's got to be there now, right? Yeah, he's
Yeah,
getting there.
so like that's where I like see it. I'm like, damn. I'm not sure if I necessarily uh click
Hmm.
with it instantly, but you know,
Hmm.
I do think he played off so well, but you can tell that they used a lot of CGI on him, to make him look a little bit different.
Yeah, yeah. You see that in the trailer,
Yeah,
which is a bit unfortunate, but yeah, just the effects they have to use or did use. Yeah, that is true.
but I still think it was pretty solid. I'm really excited for it. I actually really liked the first one. I think it
Hmm.
was a little underrated when it comes to that whole superhero genre of movies that came out,
Yeah.
but and it's because the way I look at it is fans aren't gonna like something that is is a standalone Spider-Man spin-off from Sony.
You're right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a lot of people to please, and you get that in every genre. You're not going to make everybody happy with it, which is very true. And I think you're right in the sense that I think Venom did a better job of that than a lot of other movies did. Like that, like Suicide Squad, for example. Venom was way better than that by comparison. Even Justice League, probably, and rightfully so. Like there's a lot of flaws in the other superhero movie universe. So Venom, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, it's technically no MCU,
Well,
as
yeah.
far as like quality and stuff like that, but pretty damn good.
Speaking of the MCU and Venom and all that, did you see that they announced all the trailer, all the time frame for Phase 4?
I only caught a glance of it, but I didn't look into it or anything
So
like that.
like
But
early 2022 is the new Doctor Strange movie.
okay,
Actually, I'll pull it up right now. You want
sure.
to
So
also pull that up and see if there, yeah,
phase
there's a
four.
decent amount of like movies coming out, and seeming to be a very good lineup. I'm excited. Like Loki should be coming out real soon for
Yes. Fucking
Disney
pumped beyond
Plus.
all hell for that.
See, I am and I'm
Yep.
not. I don't know. Have you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier yet?
Yeah, I finished it. Yeah, you?
Yeah, I finished it, and honestly, like the second last episode, I was like, oh, I'm like, I don't know, it seems a little off. Like they might not end it on a good note, but
A bit.
I definitely think they ended on a good note, and
Yeah.
they took a good spin on it. Um,
Mhm.
and WandaVision was pretty solid, but it was good. I mean, can't
Mhm.
really hate on it too much, but I'm excited for Loki. I think as they're going, they're getting better, which is kind of crazy because I believe WandaVision was actually supposed to be out after Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, was it?
Originally, yeah,
That's nice to
I
see.
think it was like Falcon and the
Mhm.
Winter Soldier. Like if you like, I'm sure you guys could find out there's like the original Phase 4 release, which I think it was like the Eternals, which isn't coming out until next year.
Uh, is it next year? Oh, is this outdated? Because I see one it says 2021 on it.
Oh, then
But
maybe it's this year. Like I said, I could be wrong, but they did move it.
yeah.
Um, but it
Okay.
was supposed to be 2020 originally,
Oh yeah, yeah. So COVID pushbacks and all that stuff. Yeah.
which happens, right? Like you can't.
Mhm.
But and then Black Widow obviously got pushed back, which was supposed to be, I think,
Mhm.
before um like the WandaVision and all that, because that was supposed to
Yeah.
be Jesus. That was
Yeah, I think it
supposed
did
to be
because
last year,
yeah, because I
2020.
think you got uh like the Marvel's What Ifs before Loki coming out.
Yeah.
I think, and then that Black Widow was supposed to be before that, but yeah, now it's back or something. I don't know. I
Yeah,
haven't
so
seen
now,
it.
like, I think okay, so let's just run through the schedule as of currently, as of
Mhm.
what they just released was, and now Loki's the
Okay,
next one to
yeah, I
come
do
out,
that. Yeah.
and then Black Widow's coming out the month after on Disney
Right.
Plus,
Okay.
plus
Yeah.
probably theaters,
Okay.
and then What If, which I'm super excited for.
Okay. So that's after.
Yeah, What If is right after Black Widow, so it should be
Oh,
August,
okay.
September ish in that time frame.
Yeah.
Which I'm, like I said, I'm super pumped for it. Like it's
Mhm.
literally it's
Yep.
everyone's thoughts on superheroes. What if this person did this or that, or super, and it's animated too, which is
Yep.
it's going to be super exciting. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah. Yeah.
Shang Chi's coming out. Did you watch the trailer for that one?
I did not yet. I
Oh,
should.
you
Heard good
definitely
things,
should.
but yeah.
Um,
I
the,
don't. I probably didn't because I don't know who he is as a superhero.
oh
Yeah,
damn,
but I
okay.
probably should. Maybe I've never seen that.
Yeah, he's got a
But
pretty cool backstory, and the trailer looks amazing. When I
mhm.
first heard it, I was like, damn. I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be that good of a movie because I don't know how well it's gonna
Mhm.
transition without just looking like a typical martial arts movie, but it looks really
Right.
good. And then we'll get
Okay.
the Eternals. I think this year. I think November or early next year, but I think it's November. I think.
Yeah.
Um,
Gotcha.
which
So
I don't have my hopes too high on that one personally.
yeah,
It's
we'll see. Good cast, but
it's good, exactly. It's a really good cast, but I'm kind of iffy on the characters and the comics as a whole. But
yeah.
and then I mean, like then we can go over some of like the notable ones that are coming out over the next little bit. Spider-Man,
Yep.
right? That's gonna be super excited. That's how they're gonna end off the year. I love the Spider-Man movies, especially the new ones with Tom Holland. I think
Yep. Good
they're
set.
absolutely amazing.
Mhm.
Um,
Agreed.
and then the Doctor Strange, like we mentioned earlier, it's coming out in
Mhm.
March of next year. So
Yep.
really not that far of a wait, really. Which has, as far as I understand, has something to do with Wanda, which is going to be kind of cool, and it's going to be more
Yep. Be
horror
good mix.
esque,
Mhm.
which
Mhm.
I'm super stoked on. Thor: Love and Thunder, which from what I'm understanding is when they're going to pass the torch of Thor.
Yeah. Natalie Portman's back.
Yeah, and
Maybe like a female version of Thor,
yeah, I think she's
but
going to be the next
Chris
Thor.
Hemsworth's in it too. Yeah.
And the one of the ones that really weirds me out that's coming out is the Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Yes, yeah, because it's very vague. Nobody knows anything about it. Um, maybe they don't even either.
Well,
What the whole
it's
plan is,
supposed to
but
be coming out next year.
yeah, kind of
Like
keep it going.
we have just over a year.
Yeah, yeah,
So
maybe yeah, it is. Yeah, they got something going on with it for sure.
personal opinions on it. I think they're gonna bring Killmonger back,
Yeah,
and I think he's gonna be the new Black Panther.
could work. It could work.
And 'cause Michael B.
Good
Jordan's
actor.
a stud of an actor, and I think he's gonna
Yep.
fit that role really well. And they could
Hmm.
probably do it, have like a nice little character flip,
Yeah.
which gonna be cool. And then
Mhm.
I guess like topping off the list for me personally, the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is gonna come out early or like first quarter
Yep.
or second quarter, I guess, of 2023. So that's a decent
Right.
way. It's 2 years from now, but
Yeah.
I'm super
Still got a
super
ways to go.
stoked on it
Hmm.
because James Gunn's
Yeah.
coming back for it too, which is I really like him and his director
Yeah, he's great.
style.
So glad they are. Yep, exactly. So see that. And then after that, or maybe I assume at some point, but probably after that would be Fantastic Four again.
Well, yeah, they
Really big
actually
up.
did a little trailer for it. I don't know if you've seen that.
Mm.
Well, I guess probably not. They did a trailer for like the Phase 4 and release dates, and they kind of like flash everything at you,
Yeah,
and they end
yeah,
the trailer with a Fantastic Four logo.
yeah. I remember seeing that bit or whatever. Or
So
hearing about that.
I'm super
Yeah.
super stoked on that.
Yep. That's
Really want the MCU to take and make a good Fantastic Four movie.
yeah. Hopefully they can. I mean, the first one was decent enough. I think it was okay. The original
Hmm.
sequel was rough. The reboot was bad.
Oh,
Um,
Fant Four Stick.
yeah, fantastic. And yeah, forgot about that. Thank you. And then to bring him back, but yeah, and then they got like people want Emily Blunt and John Krasinski to play those lead roles, which would really fucking work actually, like really well.
Yep.
Um, so I wish they could do that well, because they even looked apart for the characters. Though I have a slight theory going into it is that it's gonna still going to be mediocre at best.
Hmm.
And then whenever Marvel relaunches again, whoever plays the Human Torch in this one will become a major Marvel character later on. That's actually quite loved because in the first one, it was Chris Evans
Yeah.
who became Captain America. In the second one, the Human Torch was just weird casting, anyways. But
Yeah.
it was Michael B. Jordan
Yeah.
who's Killmonger.
Yeah.
So whoever you pick in this one is the Human Torch. Well, guess he's now some.
But now this one's going to be a
You know,
legit Marvel property, so I don't think they'll do it.
yes, that's true.
I
Like it's
mean,
not a
that's
who was it first? Fox?
Fox, yeah.
Who had the rights on this? It was
Fox,
Fox.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so when Disney bought Fox forever
Yeah.
ago now,
Like
well, geez, not forever ago, but like two years ago, year ago.
yeah.
Um, but see, that's the only flaw to your plan because like I could see that exactly being because like
Well, so yes, exactly. But they'll probably turn it into a good property. And same with like, as we're not seeing any of this list yet, but like reboots of X-Men and stuff like that again, meaning that X-Men is now in the MCU or officially can
I
be.
think X Men's going to be one of the titles to launch Phase 5,
Yeah, almost for sure. Yep.
and which is like I was personally not excited for Phase 4 because the way they ended Phase 3, right, with Endgame and all that shit that kind of went on there. I was like,
Mhm.
damn, I don't know how well they're gonna carry it on.
Yeah.
But I think just from what we've talked about in the lineup, it's gonna be pretty damn sick.
Hmm.
Um, like I said, Doctor Strange and Spider Man, I think are gonna be the anchors of that, and then it's gonna end with Guardians of the Galaxy, which, in my opinion, I think is gonna be the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie we see
Probably. Probably.
because
Trailer's good.
like it's got a cast and a director that like they obviously want to hold on to, but I think Disney's washed their hands with James Gunn enough times on social media and publicly for
Hmm.
him probably not to want to come back, but they probably paid him a hefty
Right.
shit ton of money to come back and direct the
Most likely. Yep.
because I mean fan backlash, which that just shows the power of the fans, right? Like
It does. Yeah. Exactly. Which is good to see actually. None of this like fake crap that people post online and try to shame people as they do, as we know what that's like. And um And then like and then like the real people actually come through and say like none of this like four people on Twitter that have a problem with the guy, and Disney seems to react to that as something legitimate than everybody else.
Well, and I mean,
Um, tells
now
Disney they're wrong, which is good.
nowadays you kind of have to be like that, right? Like it's
Hmm.
you kind of have to take the side of the victim, right?
Hmm.
Because you can't just be like, "Oh, this person's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. It's all just a joke, or it's this, or it's that."
Hmm.
Because you remember back a few years ago, Danny Matheson from the Ranch.
Yeah,
You heard all that shit. He got
yeah,
fired,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then people were
It was
trying to get him back into the ranch,
mhm.
and Netflix said no, and it kind of came out that he was guilty of everything that he got accused of.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
like,
Yep.
which then that would have looked super bad on Netflix bringing him back,
Hmm.
even though the
Sure.
fan outrage that was there.
Yeah, exactly. And I agree with that. Like, absolutely, if somebody's proven guilty, but it should be innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah,
If the evidence is there, none of this like just in theory stuff. Like James Gunn had like what was it like a racist tweet back in the day or something like that, like
yeah.
years ago, when it was not the word socially acceptable is correct, it never should be or whatever it is and stuff like that. But because somebody said one small word back then, that deserves to end your career. No,
Well, and
like
people evolve and people change, so it's like,
exactly.
but definitely he needed to apologize for a statement that he made back
Sure,
then.
of course, yeah,
It's like you fucked
absolutely,
up. You made a mistake. You need to what is the word? Amend your
yeah. I mean, right, yeah.
what's the um like your mistakes, your problems, your you know fix your past essentially, right? Like that's
Mhm.
definitely something. But I definitely think he is going to do a good job with Guardians, and I think
Yeah.
hopefully he's learned from his mistakes, and we don't have to worry about that in the future.
Hopefully not. Yeah, seriously,
And
that'd be
he's
great.
directing the new Suicide Squad movie that is coming out very soon.
Yeah. Did you see the trailer for that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
it looks
actually
really
looked pretty
good.
good. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think it might be better than the first one that they did.
It won't be too difficult not to be, so that's good.
Well,
I
and
think what it has going. Sorry, go ahead.
that's such a quick reboot too, because it's a reboot. It's not a sequel.
It was quick. I don't. Is it? I don't know if it is because
Because
it's got half the same people.
but it's got same people played by different actors, sorry, and then it's got some that are played by the same. So I think it's a
Yeah,
complete a refresh is probably the proper
yeah,
words for it. But
yeah. And it might work better too because you had the first one, and the hype was all sold up with the Joker.
yeah,
It's like this new version of the Joker. That's really essentially why people wanted to see that, and did why it did so well right off the hop, and then bomb later. Um, is and then people are upset because all the stuff you shot in the trailers of the Joker was not in the movie, and rightfully so. Because it's annoying when they do that.
hmm
But maybe with this time, it's because maybe it's a lot more of a steady approach. Is when it's okay, it's Suicide Squad, uh, and Joker's not a part of this. Leave it
mm
out. That's just about these guys that are actually all pretty decent characters, but and you don't have to overhype it with something you're gonna mess up. You know, like the Joker's an icon that shouldn't need to carry the Suicide Squad.
definitely not. No,
So no,
and I know you haven't seen the new the Snyder cut of the Justice League movie, but they had Jared Leto's Joker in that at the end, and
yeah, yeah, I knew that was gonna be
by
a
the
thing.
way,
Yeah,
spoiler alert, because it was kind of in the trailer, but not really.
yeah,
That when I seen that and I was watching that, it actually sent chills up my spine. Like 3.5 hours into that movie, you're just like, holy shit! Like
mm-hmm.
it's just so good.
Yep.
And
I can imagine. It's
and
like Batman and him talking, right,
mhm.
or engaging, right? Yep.
And I think they could have had a really good twist on his Joker. I really think they could have used Jared Leto as a Joker in
Mm-hmm.
DC universe, but
Yep.
I think they fucked it up personally. But
Oh yeah. Yeah.
what product hasn't DC fucked up other than their animated series
Pretty much.
and the
Well,
Dark
yeah.
Knight and
Yeah.
the Dark Knight,
Yeah. The
Dark
Dark
Knight
Knight. Yeah.
trilogy, and
Yeah.
basically their animated series.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Animated properties. DC knows what the hell they're doing. I don't know why they can't translate that to movies. Even over the years, the more recent ones too are really freaking good. Like, ugh. Yeah.
And they're like rebooting some of their animated series and bringing some of
Hmm.
them back. And it's like, how about you work on your movies first?
Yeah, exactly. Either that or just give it up entirely and just do everything animated. Wouldn't be half bad either. Because
Shit.
the Suicide Squad one that was the animated one was so freaking good. Actually, two of them. Actually, there's two of them. Those were both really good, and yeah,
Did you
animated
see?
series is a
Have
classic.
you watched Harley, the animated Harley Quinn show?
Uh, um, yes, yeah, I've watched I think the first season of it and some clips of the rest of it. I haven't watched all through it, but I think it's fantastic.
We
It's
started watching
fucking
that in the
hilarious.
Discord together, and
Yeah,
I was like, damn, I'm like, this show's actually really good. It's like an 18 plus Harley Quinn show.
yeah. They really sell it well too, especially in the first episode. They like pull no punches too, just like squares and merge it left, right, and center. It's just, it's just like
Yeah, I was watching it in the Discord with Solon, and I was like, damn, I'm like, this is a really good show. I was impressed by it, but damn. Like, see, these are the ramblings that we were talking about earlier. We've just been talking about superheroes for half an hour.
perfect. It works out well. We know what we know. Yeah, I seriously need to watch the rest of that too because it's so good. Like the last clip I saw, I laughed my ass off for a good 5 minutes. So,
Yeah, I think they did a really good job on
yeah,
that show.
yeah. And I imagine I think what it was too is like it was there was hesitation from DC on it as well. And I mean I can see probably why, but you gotta give faith to your creators for a while there and let it happen.
Well, and it's
Same
obviously,
thing with Swamp Thing, but
yeah, it's creating an animated show for adults is very risky
yeah,
when it comes to something like that, because
yeah,
every kid's like, oh, I love Harley Quinn because Harley Quinn got plastered everywhere for a long time, and then obviously you put Harley Quinn
yeah.
on a cartoon, kids are like, oh, I should watch this, and they're you know cussing each other out, and it's definitely not for kids.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. That's what they want to avoid. DC seems to be very conservative with like their approaches to stuff and stuff like that. They want to try and play it safe, which most of the time doesn't seem to work for them. Whereas Marvel seems to be more open to trying new ideas,
Yeah.
spinning it off. I mean, Disney in general is kind of like that company and stuff like that. They give a lot of free range to the studios. It seems to open it. They have rules in place of what they can or can't do, but they have a wide variety of different film styles and how everything kind of fits together. So um, I don't know. Maybe that's what DC misses with theirs too. Is they need to take more risks or something like that. Because I don't know.
Well,
I'm just rambling.
obviously the Warner Brothers isn't as big of a company as Disney.
Overall, no. But still, like Time Warner is a
Yeah.
company that has it, but they have a lot of properties too. Too big for Disney to buy outright, but probably one day.
Yeah,
I'm
one day,
sure that's.
exactly.
I'm sure if there's a company on the list that Disney wants to own, it would be them.
Honestly,
That's a lot of properties.
what I think is one of the companies Disney wants to own.
Mhm.
Sony.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Like, think about
Because if they own for Spider-Man primarily the rights to that.
Spider Man, and then think about Disney having their own game console
Yeah,
in the PlayStation.
yeah.
Right,
Could
Disney.
you imagine?
Oh
Could you
my god.
fucking imagine?
Picture a Disney branded console, be like, look, it's for your children. And
Yeah.
honestly, that would give Nintendo some problems, to be honest. If
It
Disney
would. Yeah.
if Disney had a platform strictly for like Disney branded video games. And it wasn't like
Hmm.
movie games, it was just like, okay, here, take this idea
Yeah.
and make it into a game.
Hmm.
Take your Uncharted and put Wreck-It Ralph in it, like
Exactly. Give him a Mickey Mouse hat.
exactly, and people would buy it because Disney just is one of those companies that makes money hand over fist for whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah, man, that'd be quite the freaking exclusivity things they could do potentially. Who freaking knows? But still, quite different interests at the same time. So, is it a right investment for? Is that something Disney would want to put their hands in? I mean, who knows? They might as well buy Sony before Microsoft buys everybody else. That seems
well,
to be happening.
speaking of that, did you hear? You remember how we talked about Discord and Microsoft?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you
I
hear
saw
that deal fell
that.
through and now they're
Yeah. It's
partnering with
going back
Sony?
down. They're partnering with Sony.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I
So
mean,
yeah,
that's probably about damn time because Sony's chat service sucks ass.
so
But
Sony's not purchasing them, but they're partnering with them,
yeah, interesting approach.
which
That's
is
good.
which is
Well, we got
wild.
something.
Like it
What
is
is it? Yeah.
insane.
Yep. Yeah, that's a big deal. I mean, and that's really really good actually, because that would be to be able to chat with people on PlayStation for PC would be or phones would be ideal. Microsoft
Yeah,
can already do that. Party chat, even though Discord's better than Microsoft Party Chat for per se, but
for everything, in my
um,
opinion. I hate Xbox
yeah, like
Party
it
Chat
just
now that I'm more on
yeah.
PC.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like the convenience of Party Chat's great. Like just when you're on Xbox connecting to stuff, like it works. But PC's version of it to those things is not as smooth as Discord is, and I don't know why.
Well,
It
and
should
even
be.
think if
They should have more options.
if they put Discord on a console, which they're going to be with
Hmm.
PlayStation, it's going
Yeah,
to be just as easy as Xbox Party. You just click on
yeah,
something, shit, we're in this channel. Okay, cool, and be easier to
yeah,
join. It's going to be it's it's so much better.
yep,
Like it just
yep.
makes sense.
It was, yep. They're a company that does exclusively online chat. That is their thing. And they do it pretty damn well.
Well, that's what
And
we
we're using it
use
right
for
now.
our yeah, exactly. That's what we use for our podcasts. It's
Yeah. It's not completely flawless. Don't believe. I mean, I get pretty mad with this shit sometimes, but it does the job.
but it works.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think you can do this with Xbox Live Party Chat. Oh, there's video
I
chat, so
don't think you can.
cool.
But also, Microsoft owns Skype, right? So I think that's why they haven't
True.
really integrated something like that in.
Which is almost a bit weird because you think they would just take it over and make an Xbox Chat because Microsoft has, uh, I don't know, and maybe other companies do this, and I'm just picking on Microsoft, but it's like they have sometimes Microsoft has properties and they don't act on them like they should, and then they wait too long to Skype. And you have Zoom taking over the world, and it's like, well, Skype was here. Hey guys, we were here the whole time, but Zoom is really well marketed and stuff like that. And Skype's just an annoying program that pops up on your computer now.
Well,
Where they could utilize that, they still could, and they still haven't. Like they haven't put it into places like that where they should have, or uh, like yeah, that kind of thing.
like I mean, just in general, Microsoft for their video game titles that they've had, and they haven't wanted once to try to put it into movies.
Yeah, which is a bit of a weird approach. Sony's taken that approach quite heavily, as we've seen with
Yeah,
Uncharted
because
and Last of Us now. There's always like franchises going into it with the Halo movie was licensed to be made. Gears of War, Legendary Pictures is supposed to be making that. And none of that's happened. Like you made like this like fan film esque Halo couple shows and stuff like that, or the Halo Nightfall short series and stuff like that. And it was like okay, fairly low budget for what it was, but we're not a major motion picture. That's what people are expecting, and I think rightfully so. There's a lot of good potential
yeah,
licenses, and other games are doing it better for better or worse.
and
You know,
bet you once they see the Uncharted and the Last of Us movies come out,
Mhm.
I bet you Microsoft starts itching real quick to.
Mhm. And maybe that's true, but that's Microsoft's other flaw. It seems sometimes is Microsoft tries to take a pick at everything. And again, investment companies, what you do, think you take their concepts of what some other companies have done sometimes and try to make your own. And business strategy that's a good approach sometimes because if you can do it better than them, why not? But I don't know. Sometimes to me, it seems like Xbox is too late to the party on a lot of those things.
Mhm.
Like big one being Mixer. Twitch
Mm.
always dominated the industry. So hey, let's do our own streaming service, see how we do. It's like you're too slow. And then you do that with Skype to Zoom, almost even though Skype was already there. Or like what else you got? There's just like a number of things. Freaking I always have a huge list of this on my head and I can't think of it. Like frick on it. See, I'm drawing blanks here. Other project they started and then just follow through with later and stuff like that. I know Zune's one of them. Like they're MP3 players basically. For those who don't know, it's the brick little things like basically to compete with iPods, MP3 players, or all the MP3 players at the time. They were pretty late for MP3 players,
Yeah,
so you know
they're always behind the ball.
they're always behind the ball.
And
Or not always, but
on that,
usually.
like, okay, so I streamed on Mixer way before I streamed on Twitch, and
Yeah,
streaming on Twitch now, it's great. There's obviously some faults with streaming on Twitch,
sure.
and there's also faults streaming on Mixer. But Mixer's issue was they didn't have the follower base that Twitch did.
No. It was
Even
just
when
already too.
they brought over some big streamers, like Ninja signed that deal with Mixer, which god damn, that was a lot of money. Shroud did as well. And
Highway Rob
that's yeah, exactly. Like stream for a year, make $50 million. I
and get
cool.
keep it. All right, cool. Signing bonus of $21 million. Okay, yeah, cool. I get to keep that too. Awesome.
Yeah,
Sweet.
right. Insanity. Mixer was, in my opinion, a way better platform than Twitch, but
Wow.
because damn, I just got a follower in the middle of our podcast.
That's not perfect. No, Twitch is actually just listening to this right now on through Discord. They have like a stake, and it's like, no, no, no. You just said that about us. No, give him a follower. Make him change his mind right now. Otherwise, we shut him down.
Oh,
We crash the
edit.
stream.
We're gonna have to edit that out, aren't we?
Yeah, so, yeah, I guess so. Either that or we edit out and this ends up on TikTok. That's pretty damn funny.
Damn. Yeah, that's
That's
hilarious.
wow.
You know what's funny is that's my follow sound, right? The Owen Wilson wow.
I didn't hear it from my end though. Sorry,
Damn.
because it didn't pop up on screen. You must have had it turned off.
Yeah, so it's gonna be
But
the
no, just bash Twitch some more. You'll probably get some more followers. As we
shit.
go
Yeah,
through this.
Twitch, you suck. No, I'm kidding. But no,
Ding
definitely,
ding ding.
it's
Yeah.
it's a weird platform comparative, like Twitch to Mixer. Mixer was easier to stream on, super integrated with your Xbox. You literally hit a
Yeah.
broadcast button, boom, everything's there.
Yeah.
It's
That was
super
convenient.
easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when I started streaming on Twitch, I streamed straight from my Xbox, which was a little bit more difficult, a little bit more complicated, more crashes. Mixer, I didn't have a single crash ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I streamed on there
Yeah.
for
I don't think it is.
3 months ish, like off and on, right? So like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a single issue with that.
Yeah.
Moving over to Twitch, I have issues with like people not getting notifications, streams just crashing. Like there's so many issues with it in all reality.
Yeah.
It's not there.
Yeah.
And that's why they sold off to Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. Like send them out too. Yeah. Exactly.
They're like, hey, it didn't work for us. How about Facebook tries it?
Yeah.
Facebook gaming right now is probably bigger than Mixer ever was.
Yeah. Probably, which is sad, but in a way, it's unfortunate, sad kind of thing. But yeah. Yeah. And that was what the other one that made me think of that too was like the one time I had was when Microsoft had Groove Music and sold that off to Spotify because you're too late to the party. How do you keep these licenses? How do you charge the same per month for limitless music as Spotify, have less songs than Spotify, and have less features than Spotify, and expect to stay in business? Like,
Yeah,
how do you?
it's they're not. I think they're in the same sense of DC. They're scared of taking risks, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, they're scared to. I don't know. They're halfway with it. They're all about taking the risks. Like they'll do it,
They
but
just
they
take it
don't.
late.
They're not. They're late, or they don't try to reinvent the wheel. They try to make another wheel.
Yeah, they instead of like jumping headfirst into a frozen pond, they dip their toes in, and they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh shit, got
yeah.
too cold right away," and
So
they back up.
yeah, I
And
know.
that
And I
brings us
know
back
yeah,
to the topic of Zunes, right? Which is another
yeah,
product
yeah.
that failed,
Mhm.
and probably from most people that used a Zune that I knew liked them better than they liked iPods,
Mm.
and they were just less features at the time.
Yeah.
But the screen resolution was better, the audio quality was better,
Mm.
for an actual audio file, it was a better product because it had a DAC in it built in to the Zune,
Right.
which
That's
Apple
impressive.
never
I didn't
did,
know. Mhm.
right? So it's like that win-win situation where it's like Zune had a better product and didn't do much with it because they tried being too much like another company.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I mean, Apple took over the world with their iPods.
Very much so.
Like
A lot of the products is the
I don't think in high school did you know a person that didn't have an iPod?
uh in high school, no. Before that, a little bit as they upgraded them. Pretty much nobody. Yeah, almost everybody had an iPod of some format. Usually the Nano actually was the biggest one. Probably the
Yeah.
most common people had some generation of the Nano.
Yeah, my favorite was the classic, obviously. 160
Mhm.
gigabytes of music.
Yep.
Can't go wrong. Just dumping all your music onto one thing.
Yep. Go classic scroll wheel like that. I almost wish they like re-released that as just like a limited time release. Just a
Would you buy one?
modern, maybe. It'd be probably the most likely thing of an Apple product for me to buy. Be
Right?
that
That's kind of
nowadays.
where I'm at, right? I'm not a big
If I
Apple
get them.
user. But that Apple
Yeah.
that iPod Classic, so much
Mhm.
space. And think about it now. They could just put an SSD in that bitch, so it'd be super
Yeah.
fast.
2 terabyte fucking
Yeah.
thing or more. Logically, you could. I mean, not sure if it'd be a point of it or what they
And
would do, but
put a DAC in it and just call it a day.
mm,
Like and put some sort of connectivity where you could put Spotify on it and download your Spotify playlist on it.
yeah, true, exactly.
Done.
Like wireless
Done.
connections, make it look the same, but you just have to scroll it. Yeah,
And
there you
just
go.
have like
Done,
a
Apple.
limited
Look at that.
release where you release a couple
Limited
thousand of
release.
them in the world.
Yeah.
And
Sell out nostalgia. Charge $500 a piece.
so my first iPod Classic I bought it off a buddy. And
Mhm.
I had the 120 gigabyte and I ran that thing basically right into the ground. And then obviously I went to a touch eventually.
Mhm.
And then I actually went back to a classic
Damn.
because the classic
OG.
it was just so much better.
Mhm.
It felt better, it looked better in my opinion. I don't know, you had a phone and you had an iPod. At that
Mhm.
time, I mean, until like I was halfway through high school really, you didn't have
Mhm.
iPhones,
Yeah, no,
right?
I
So
don't think so. Yeah.
it was like your standard like Windows phones and your Androids and
Oh yeah.
Blackberries,
That was
goddamn.
another Microsoft product that failed. There we go. Fucking Windows Phone. So.
Oh man, yeah, exactly. It was just throwing shade. You know, right now we're praising Apple and throwing shade at
Yeah,
Windows and
I
Microsoft.
actually feel bad. Like I can't have some of these facts wrong, and Microsoft has a better marketing strategy than obviously I do on shit in general. So kudos to that. They have money to burn. So no disrespect. Like they are good at a lot of things. When it shit sticks right, it sticks. So yeah, and to be clear, I am more of a Microsoft fan than an Apple fan, despite it sounding like that.
Well, I mean, PC wise, Microsoft always. You just always you have to.
Yeah.
You can't. Phone wise, I'm an
Yep.
Android user, so
No.
um,
Yeah. You have a Mac. You prefer paying over paying. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, between it's still not Apple. It's Android and Windows have a lot in common in the Android and Windows have a lot in common in the sense that they're very open to what you want to do with them. A lot more programs available, a lot more customization. Whereas Apple's like, hey, this is it, and this is what you got.
and you're overpaying for it,
Yeah, and you're overpaying for it. Definitely on that.
right? Like
Great
it's
products, but you are overpaying for what you get.
and they look really good. Like the
Mhm.
new. Did you see they're releasing colored IMAX again?
No,
Yeah, they're
no, but that's
releasing.
cool.
Yeah, they're releasing colored IMAX.
Mm,
So they're like the
very smooth.
super thin ones, and they're just like, really cool colors. They look
Yeah.
really sick, and I was like, damn. I'm like, should I buy one?
Yeah. See, there you go. They're plugged in. They will fly off the shelves though, for sure. Like that
Well,
will
you
be a
know, it's
popular
Apple products.
property. Yep. People are very fanboys on it.
Apple's
For
like,
better or
oh,
worse
hey,
reasons. That's Apple's basis.
Our iPhone 12s are sitting a little stagnant. Let's release another color, and they just released a purple one just out of nowhere.
Yeah, I see that out a lot actually. The Candyman song for it and stuff, and yeah, yep, that
Yeah,
is a lot.
but in my opinion, I think Apple is their own worst nightmare.
Yeah,
Eventually,
but
people are gonna smarten up and be like, shit, they're really not that good.
yeah,
And
yeah,
time goes on, they're losing more and more market share than they were before.
hmm
Think about because I work in the telecom industry, so I sell iPhones for a living.
hmm
Um, over the last 10 years that I've worked in the industry, Apple's been losing market share almost every year.
right. You
And
have
it's
more
like
people switching to Android. Yep, yeah, I can
because
see that too.
people are like, "Oh shit, I can get a phone that has 128 gigs storage for $600 compared to 15." Oh wait, the
Yeah,
camera's actually better. Shit, makes sense.
yeah,
It's like
yeah. It was all first the convenience, of the iOS software, but now it seems to be that like, can it have cameras and can it have Snapchat? Oh, okay, I'll take this one.
yeah, exactly.
It's the demand has changed to what people actually want. Weird, but still.
Right? Everyone's looking for Snapchat phones now.
Yeah. Fuck, I could care less about how good my camera is on my phone. I'm not photogenic for this shit. But yeah, that is it. It's like, what? How many cameras does it have? Oh, it has 17. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
17
right.
cameras. Don't know.
Well, it's even I had a
I don't know what each
customer
one of those does, but
the other day that was like, "Oh, how many cameras does this phone have?" I'm like, "It's got 4. Are you going to use them? Probably not.
exactly.
You're not going to have that depth lens for your cat pictures or your
Yeah. Sorry,
I'm sorry, you
you're a nice
7-year-old
guy,
lady,
one.
you
I don't know.
don't need these
Yeah.
features."
I feel like for each camera on the phone, I feel like if a person wants a phone with that many cameras, they have to be able to tell you what each camera does. Because if you don't, you're clearly not using that feature, and you're wasting your time and your money.
Yeah. But yeah, like it's Apple's way of like I said, they're their own worst nightmare. They're cannibalizing themselves. They did that with the iPod, right? With
Yeah.
the iPhone, they were like, "Oh shit, okay, we got a good product that's working. Okay, here's the iPhone. Does everything your iPod does. Let's slowly phase it out."
Yeah.
And so now they've got their computers basically, and they've got their phones.
Yeah.
And at that time, in like 2000, like what 2008, 2010, they had all three. They dominated every market because they sold millions and millions of songs on iTunes.
Yeah.
They had three different devices that you could own,
Hmm.
but they don't have now. They're dwindling their own market back because now they have their streaming platform, which obviously probably doesn't make them near as much as it did back when they sold iTunes music.
Probably not. No. Well, yeah. Probably not. Probably not.
I heard
Generally
somewhere
speaking.
on I don't remember. It might have been a random YouTube video or something like that. They
Mm.
sold 1 million songs in their first week of having iTunes up.
Back like originally.
Yeah, originally.
Back on the head. Yeah. Because that was one of the first big services for that kind of thing at the time. I think too, for non-pirated, obviously downloaded non-disc music. Yeah.
And then their
Yeah.
first week on Windows, like when they released iTunes on Windows, because it was originally just a Mac exclusive. I
Oh
think they
yeah,
did,
it was, wasn't it?
yeah, they did
Oh,
25 million or 25.5 million song downloads. That's
mhm.
$25 million in like a month. What?
Yeah, that's a lot of money. And then clearly it showed artists and stuff because there's so many artists that didn't do that for a while or didn't want to because the records would take. There's so many variables in play, but like record labels clearly quickly saw, oh shit, we can make a lot of money from this. This is a lot better. You know, to
Yeah,
print discs. This is a license to print money. Here we go.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yep.
Even streaming platforms now, right? Like artists definitely don't make near as much money, but it's easier way. It's more accessible.
Yeah, it's more accessible. It gives you access to listening to it. You have other stuff like merch and popularity become a lot more of a bigger deal and stuff like that because you have this and the platforms to put them on. Like yeah, like the world of that kind of stuff now makes it a lot better for the artist in a different sort of way.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, it's more about rather than building like your musical success. It's almost like
Build your
building a
brand.
brand now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Goddamn. But yeah, no, it's a weird world that we live in, and marketing is easier than ever, but it's also harder than ever because there's so many more people doing it.
yep, exactly.
Like,
A
picture
lot
being the
more
first person
skin in the
on
game.
TikTok, right? Like, oh,
Yeah,
I was here first, and I'm blowing it up, and now it's like
exactly.
everybody's on TikTok.
It's like yeah, it's like that with or pop up pounds. It's like that with Twitch, and like with that with YouTube, for
Mm,
sure.
yeah,
People who were added OGs wanting to stream online for the longest time and play the games with people, or YouTubers who started out like PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. Not saying people can't make it big now; they surely can. And people go viral, but that level of fame takes time, and when you're the only one kind of doing that thing at the time, who else do you watch? You know, now if you have this with COVID, you have this surge of Twitch streamers. It's definitely harder to grow than it was before, say 3 years ago.
yep. It's you have to be head and shoulders above the rest in order to,
Yeah, you got to be clever. You got to find something that puts you above or
or have a
hits
hot
your
tub
shoulder,
stream.
or have a hot tub stream. Yeah, that's
Have
how
you
we're
have
doing
you
it.
seen that's trending all over the internet
I
right
have
now?
I have a lot of people come with that. It's like, and I get why. Like that's pretty fucked, actually. It's like I don't know, man. It bothers me. It probably bothers you too. Where it's like you can always put so much effort into something, and when something with so little effort gets put into something, just because it does so much better for the stupidest reasons, it's frustrating as all hell.
Yeah, it's like the same guys that are shitting on these girls for doing hot tub streams
Uh,
are the same ones in their chat dropping money.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
They're like,
It's like,
why can't I get
uh,
big? It's all these stupid hot tub streamers, and they're in those hot tub streams. Be
yeah,
like, oh, put my
you're
name on your
there.
body.
You're doing this. It's like if I, it's like if I produced did some crazy shit on YouTube and put like got a million thumbs down in a video, so like no up votes. That's a good thing because it's channel attention. That's how that works. And I
Yeah,
don't see how people don't realize that.
that should be your
It's
next
like
the next original fancy antics song should be called Hot Tub Stream.
not a bad idea, actually.
Marketing genius, hit me up.
Yep. Yeah.
I
Here we go.
charge
Yeah.
$1,000 an hour for crazy ideas.
Crap Goose marketing. Here you go. This just has a nice ring to it.
TGM, okay.
TGM. Yep. Yeah. Marketing services for anyone who needs them.
But like you said,
That was one. That was a
$1,000
free
an hour.
idea.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
So
everybody wants to
if
help
anyone beats
make
Antics
that
to dropping a song called Hot Tub Stream,
Yeah.
make sure you hit me up.
Do it. Or hey, if you want a collab on that, let's do it. Little hot tub stream song. Maybe I need a music video.
Oh, get some really hot chick in a hot tub.
See, now here I'm becoming part of the problem. So no, but
But you can have it as
at least there's work involved.
Oh
Okay?
my god! How about you do it ironically, right? Like you do a hot tub
Mm.
stream, but you are in the hot tub.
Yeah, there we go. Why don't we what? That's our short for next week. Our live stream.
We're just gonna
You
get
know,
a hot tub.
Hot tub.
Dude,
Now, when we have
just get a $500 hot tub from like
holy
Walmart.
shit. Yeah, honestly, we might have to do this as a live stream on your Twitch because in a hot tub for the podcast because of the irony. Hot tub stream for the podcast as the live thing because it's the fucking trend. I want to see people commenting if you want to do that because that's just fucking
If we
hilarious.
hit a
We know somebody has a hot tub.
sure. Should we do it instead of our cooking show? We do a hot tub stream for our 100 subs.
Fuck, we can do both, really.
Dude, do both in the hot tub. Hot tub cooking stream. Get a barbecue right outside the hot
hard-boiled
tub.
eggs.
Dude, poached eggs, even better. Just crack that shit in there and call it a day.
So fucked. Oh my god. I don't know how to eat that.
I don't think I want to either.
No, I don't know.
Some
What the fuck?
Antics and Goose stew, okay? That's
Antics and Goose stew.
damn, like this is taking a weird turn. That's gonna be our new brand, right? We're gonna release a Campbell's stew that's just called the Antics and Goose stew. And it's gonna be us in bathing suits standing next to a hot tub.
What have we done?
Hey,
Oh shit.
but if it works, right? I mean,
It works.
we become the problem, but we're also not. We're putting in effort. We obviously have to put effort in to be able to do a hot tub stream.
Yeah, if we can keep some people viewing us in a hot tub, I mean, that's impressive work because that's not going to come naturally. They're like, oh, hot tubs. No, I'm out. No, I'm going to go bleach my eyes.
We just got to get like an inflatable doll in the hot tub for the thumbnail abilities.
Mm-hmm.
So then people click on it. They're like, oh shit, never mind, it's not a chick. These are two dudes chilling in a hot tub.
Bait.
It's like that. You remember that Vine from back in the day? It's like two dudes chilling in a hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
No, but that's pretty funny actually,
dude. Y'all, if you haven't watched that, y'all gotta make sure you look that up. It is hilarious. It's literally two dudes chilling in a hot tub in like a hotel, and they're like making sure they're sitting so far apart just as a statement. It's hilarious.
It's fucking good.
But
I'll check that out.
On that idea of the Antics and Goose stew idea, what other like celebrity brands out there for food are there?
Oh yeah, that's what we're thinking too. Like endorsements and stuff like that. There's a side note transitioning into that is that there's a lot of them, and I think because of COVID, celebrities aren't working with acting jobs, so they gotta find some way to work. So it's in commercials. You see so many more commercials YouTube ads, Twitch ads with celebrity endorsements now
Yeah.
by a freaking long shot. I'd
Mhm.
swear far more than not.
Yep.
It's just like whether it's cars, food, or whatever. But the food are the best. I think my favorite one right now is honeycombs
Who's in
because
honeycombs?
it's Terry Crews
Oh my god, really?
dressed up as a fucking bee, being old Terry Crews. It's the most awkward, freaking random, hilarious. It's basically almost Old Spice commercial as if it was, but honeycombs. You have to check that out.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up.
But
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
there's a few of them. But it's all
Um,
over YouTube. It's all the ads I see. And I do love me some honeycombs, so that one resonates with me for sure.
that's fair. I mean, some of the things that come to my mind are cereals, right? But there's one brand in specific that gets me every time. Is the Reese's Puffs. So they've released in the past. They did a
Oh
Travis
yeah,
Scott edition, which I've got a
yeah,
box of, which
yeah.
is you couldn't get in Canada, so I got a box, ordered it from the States. Right?
It's the weirdest thing, man. I don't get it.
Yo, it's
But
actually a
no,
really
no, no.
cool
I
box.
don't. Sorry, I don't think it's weird that you ordered this. That's fine. Just Travis Scott on Reese Puff is a weird
Have
thing.
you not seen the box?
No.
Hold on, everybody. We're gonna do a quick little weird segment of our podcast where I show off my
No, 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 no,
Travis
no,
Scott
no, no, no.
cereal
Fuck.
and like the back of
Family
it.
sass. That's funny. That's funny. I like that.
And the back says I went to the store and all I got was a cereal.
Yeah.
Like it's a really cool looking box. I mean,
It's nice.
and then now Reese's Puffs has a little yachty,
Reese, what are you doing? It's too crazy.
right?
I mean, I guess Reese always does so many stuff, especially the voices. You got what's his face that does the voices for the commercials too for Reese. I don't remember.
I can't think of it.
Will Arnett, I think it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's just sound yeah. But yeah.
Like
That's a good one.
it's wild, right? But
Yep. And obviously it sells. You bought it.
yeah, and I ordered it from a different country to
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
I,
Who did Travis Scott also do something with?
McDonald's.
McDonald's. It was McDonald's, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, Travis Scott's everywhere, man. I love Travis Scott's music personally. It's very
Mhm.
it's hype as shit. So like, no matter what he touches, I'm a huge fan of. Like his Jordans that he released are amazing. I never
Mhm.
tried, well, because we didn't get it here in Canada, the Travis Scott combo from McDonald's, and then
Mhm.
obviously the Travis Scott Reese's Puffs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. What else? What else? Yeah.
and then like some of my like favorite like meme worthy ones out there, the Trump steaks.
The Trump steaks.
Yeah, the Donald Trump steaks. Did you ever hear about those?
Oh yes, I saw that on. I feel like it was last week tonight. Maybe I don't know. I saw that somewhere. And it
Yeah,
was a joke at the time is where I saw it. So, but yeah,
yeah, they're like frozen steaks that get shipped to your house, and they've got like a really unique box.
yeah.
And apparently, he was branding them as like the best steaks ever, the world's greatest steak. Blah blah
Rule of
blah.
thumb, fair folks: if your steak's frozen, it's not the best steak in the world.
Like damn. And then there's a bunch out there that are really impeccable that they did. Like pop chips, right? Like the
Yeah.
popcorn chips, essentially.
No,
Do you not know what I'm talking
probably
about?
not a listeners. No.
Okay, so essentially they're popcorn chips. So
Okay.
essentially, from what I understand, is they just take popcorn, right? They make popcorn and then they like take it and turn it into a chip.
Okay. So not a corn chip.
Not a corn chip. It's popcorn.
Yeah.
Literally like the
Okay.
fluffy part of the popcorn, and it looks like they just like take it and put it through a grinder and then mush it into the chips.
Okay.
Right? Katy Perry did a thing with them and actually had her own like version of it. It was like Katie's popcorn or kettle corn or some shit.
Freaking all right. Cool.
And then we all know about like there's so many celebrities with alcohol out there, right? Like
Yeah.
god
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
um,
Goose Gaming.
yeah,
Oh wait,
I'll have my own liquor out there. Rappers, obviously, there's Drake has a whiskey out there. Ciroc and P
Right.
Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, like there's so many. Jay-Z's
Yeah.
Ace of Spades. shit, like it's never ending. 50 Cent's got vitamin water though, so that's a nice
There you
squeeze,
go. A
right?
little healthier.
Right,
Kind of.
some vitamin water.
Yeah,
And
Betty.
I think Ludacris has his own cognac. Like,
Yeah.
um,
How
eh,
much does the vitamin water go for?
$3.
About 50 cents.
Not 50 cents. Damn.
Sorry, that was bad.
Wouldn't that be funny if it was like that would be a marketing play
About
if it
free
like
Friday.
if it cost like 40 cents, they sold it for 50. God damn,
Mm.
they could sell that
Yeah,
shit
like
like
an intro
crazy.
or something like that. That'd be smooth. Smooth.
You know what? Okay. Here is my all time favorite one I've ever heard of, but I've never tried or been willing to try.
Mm-hmm.
Nelly has one called Pimp Juice. It's an energy drink.
Okay. Okay. Not surprised.
Right? But like what a name for a drink that you put in corner stores.
Hemp juice. I mean, fuck, if it sells, it sells. But yeah.
Um and like there was one I heard of Danny DeVito had his own limoncello.
Really, Daddy DeVito. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was apparently long ago. I'm sure if I googled it, I'll look it up here.
Shit, I need like a list. I mean, the list is endless when you search up like celebrity endorsements. I think every kind of
Well,
celebrity loves actors or shit,
what I'm
stuff
seeing
like
on
that.
it,
But
it's limoncello by Danny DeVito. And it had a
mhm.
scratch and sniff label.
uh, wow, that's that's impressive. Scratch and sniff label. That's funny.
And the Kardashians have
Uh,
like their Slim Fast drink
yeah.
and Mr. T in his cereal,
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I remember he's on a box or something like that. Mr. Two Cereal. Yeah,
which apparently was like
yeah.
their original Captain Crunch.
Oh,
Like it has the
shit.
same flavor and the same like process and everything.
That's interesting. There you go. Huh.
I mean, I've never had it, so
Yeah.
I mean, people could probably correct me if they've had it. But
Hmm.
as far as I understand, yeah, it was very similar to Captain Crunch,
Hmm.
which is also weird because we've talked about Captain Crunch not being owned by anybody but Captain
Yeah, true.
Crunch.
So maybe that's why. Hmm.
That's such a weird concept too, that Captain Crunch isn't owned by anybody.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, well, nobody as a cereal company really. It's just kind of almost their own thing.
Yeah,
Just whatever their cereal. Not Kellogg's, not General Mills. Yeah.
that's super super strange.
Hmm.
Um,
You watch what I saw today?
what?
That's now a big celebrity endorsement. Um, and it's McDonald's. So the new McDonald's celebrity endorsement starts on the 26th of May. Is BTS. Yeah, we have to tell Kat that one. So yeah, like it's a BTS. I don't know if it's meal or something like that, but BTS and McDonald's are partnering. Uh, and it's like a tour almost. So it goes to different countries throughout the world. Like I don't know if it's like 26 different countries, something like that, in a certain amount of time. So I think it starts in the States on the 26th or something like that, and it goes to Canada. I don't know. I'm not sure what the order is or what the whole plan is or whatever like that. But you can get the meals throughout the world at different McDonald's as like a
Damn.
world tour of food almost because they're not touring. So it's like I don't know what it's going to be. I only see the ads on the app for it. Um, I think it's BTS's logo made on the fries or some shit. Uh, on the imaging for it and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, hey, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's really
So,
weird. That's an idea.
hmm,
I'm not, yeah, damn. I'm kind of impressed.
yeah, especially, I mean, BTS is pretty popular, obviously, probably the most well known K pop band, but that in itself isn't a large listening aspect to North America. Maybe that's what they're going for. McDonald's is huge in North America. Oh, now we got this boy band from Korea that's uh now part of our food. So maybe
Well,
that's in reality it's probably a good move from BTS.
yeah.
Like just McDonald's, we'll see. But
Okay, well,
BTS doing
I don't
it
know if you've ever
seems
looked
like
into
a very
BTS numbers in North America.
obviously not.
They pull
Say
some
I'm wrong.
huge ass numbers. Like they're up there with like Drake and Post Malone.
Are they? Okay, well, see, I stand corrected. I'm bad. I should have done my research on that. But
Yeah, like dude,
um,
like that. I think they're in like the top 10 for artists in North America.
uh,
Like they're huge.
Let's see. Yeah, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are big rather than um. Billboard's number one boy band in the world. So yeah, it's popular in the US. Interesting.
So that's a
Interesting.
fucking
Interesting.
wild thing. Is I mean, K-pop's taken over the world in my opinion. Like it's huge.
It is for sure.
The
I mean,
amount
it's
of
a good by
times
daylight.
people come into my chat and request a like a K-pop song
Mm-hmm.
for song
Mm-hmm.
requests. Like who's that? Who's Blackpink? What kind of name is that?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that in there a few times being in there too. I mean, most of it's, I mean, pretty good music. Like,
Yeah,
there's so many subgenres they do in K-pop. Like, it's catchy shit. Like, don't blame it.
I mean, hey, my favorite of all Korean music's Baby Metal.
There you go. Yeah, okay.
I'm sure you've heard Baby Metal, right?
I'm sure I have. Yeah, maybe
They've
not
got
by the title of it, but I'm sure.
they've got a song called Chocolate. You should look it up.
Yep.
But they're very young girls and they have metal
Mm.
music, but it's like a mix with pop, and it's just mind blowing.
Uh-huh. That's the kind of niche you need right there.
So you know what? That should be one of our reaction videos. Is we watch K-pop videos.
Sure, why not? I'm game
So
for that.
we'll have to hit up some of our the people that watch my channel and be like, "Hey, give us some good
That's
K-pop
good. Yeah.
stuff,"
Yep. Again,
and we'll
suggestions
react
we
because like
whip out the
I don't know a whole lot of K-pop. I know like BTS, Blackpink. There's a
Mhm.
few other ones I've heard out there. And then
Fancy
obviously,
antics.
yeah, Fancy Antics has got a K-pop song. I don't know that guy.
Yeah, no.
It's
Seems
got
like a
a
cool dude though.
yeah. The name alone, I mean, I don't know. I'd listen to his music.
Yeah.
I hear he did a theme song for some Twitch streamer that's pretty dope too. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I heard that too. Yep. Fucking
shameless plug in our own channel. Like God,
serious
anybody that's watching this probably is
third party.
already subscribed to both of our
We're not even
channels.
plugging ourselves. We're fucking doing it third party. Like what the like third person. Like Jesus, what the fuck was wrong with this? Holy
We're
shit.
cheesy. That's our
Yeah,
shtick.
yeah. We're cheesy. Cheesiest show on the internet. Should be
I
our
don't know about that.
motto actually. Well, let's fucking have a cooking show with all the cheese, and then we'll fucking take that title.
The cheesiest show on the planet, and literally every dish we cook with is cheese.
Just cheese. Just loads of boatloads of cheese. There's a lot of
Yo,
cheese
it
in the
like
world.
do it. Oh my god, our Wagyu steak,
Mhm.
cheese.
Cheese.
Just cover it in like
Yep.
mozzarella. Just cover it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Makes people real
Or a hot
happy.
tub. Hmm.
Or yeah, there we go.
Just
Exactly.
like fondue in the hot tub. Just one big fondue.
Like a big instead of being water, just queso. Like
Yeah, just queso. Yeah, you have to modify the hot tub to make it, faux cheese, and somehow still want to eat it and not vomit.
I'm
Never
good.
eat cheese again in your entire life. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. I don't think that would go very well. I think I'd
Uh,
lose my appetite for good.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd lose a lot of weight, and well, Trap
Yeah,
Goose Gaming would
exactly.
be a weight loss story, you know?
How to get PTSD from a hot tub? That would be it right there. But not in the ways you think.
Yeah,
It's actually just a fondue fountain from the hot tub that did it to you. Yeah.
yeah, that had two dudes in the fondue fountain, and I picture how hot that would have to be to keep that cheese liquefied.
Yeah, that is true. 'Cause that shit
Like third degree
coagulates
burns in
fast.
places we wouldn't want them. I'm good.
Yeah. Shit. Did not think that one through. That's ouchie.
That's ouchie.
Yeah. Yep.
Um,
Ouchies. Okay,
talk
I'll stop.
talk
Jesus fucking Christ.
talking about more of our collabs and shit. I mean, you just did my theme song, which is kind of a lot of people are actually really in love with.
Yeah, I appreciate that too.
And we've heard there's already
Really cool.
remixes being made. There's people posting it in
Yeah.
places. There's clips on my Twitch channel of it even at this point. Like people love it. It's
Hmm.
crazy.
It's fantastic. I'm glad that
And
people are enjoying it.
yeah,
That's
it's
what I want.
we're gonna have to have more apparently Trap Goose and Fancy Antics music collabs because people find me hilarious as shit and they like Antics music. So
Hey, I guess it works. Yeah.
supposed to have more of my ad libs in your songs.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That'll work. I have some voices. I'll probably need some specific good voices for certain characters. So
I'll just be yelling,
I need
Lil
theirs.
Jon style.
Yep.
What?
Exactly. There we go. Use
Damn,
it.
I don't know how I'd feel about releasing that, but you know, if it comes
I know.
time to it, I guess it comes time to it. But yeah, no, it's a really good song. I really enjoy it. Everyone that watches me really enjoys it.
Hmm.
Like Demi,
Appreciate that.
who we've had on the podcast,
Yep.
loves it, plays it apparently more frequently than
Yeah.
the average person. Which also
That's what we
speaking of
got to
that,
hear.
Demi announced today that he's done streaming for a bit, taking a break. So
Mhm.
that's gonna be sad. Big supporter of the podcast, one of our first
Yep.
guests.
The first guest, actually.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, our first guest. Probably one of my
Mhm.
favorite episodes we've ever done too. It was a lot of fun.
Yep. Such a great guy. Yeah.
And hopefully he comes back and he enjoys streaming again, and because we'd all miss him. And hopefully, we get to have Demi on another episode one of these days. He's
Hmm.
pursuing more of a drag queen career.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's
So
good at it
exactly.
already
So
as it is. So yeah, good for him.
maybe we'll have him on instead of being a Twitch streamer to being a drag queen.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Probably world famous at the time too. Already gone
Exactly.
viral.
Exactly.
Or
We'll never know.
we get him before. Yeah, exactly. This will be great.
Um, and I think we covered all of our topics for today, and covered
We
everything.
nailed it. We were able to talk to each other without chat support, like the old times, pretty smoothly.
When you say
And
chat
we
support, I
still
think of
like each
like
other.
Dell tech support. So
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty
we
much. Yeah.
didn't have to contact Dell once for this entire podcast, guys.
Maybe that's what people are thinking who actually watch our YouTube videos here. They don't actually ever watch the live Twitch because they actually think we're just talking about that kind of chat. It's like, yeah, these guys are just some. He works in the phone industry, so he's clearly talking about his chat support, not Twitch chat.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I'm just working. I've actually
Yeah,
thought
this is
about
just
that.
work.
If I ever worked from home, I would find a way to
Mhm.
stream while I'm working from home, just to have that like fun little spin while I'm working, also working and having conversations with people. Is obviously there'd be some legality reasons I couldn't, but
Might be, yeah, exactly.
I want to
Be pretty funny.
get linked up with a company that lets me do that. That would be
Mm-hmm.
lit.
Yeah, actually, that'd be pretty sweet.
Like
Good connection
it's
to
marketing for them and it's marketing
mhm.
for me. You know,
Win-win. Yep, exactly.
hit me up, Pizza Hut. We'll I'll do delivery, take orders for delivery, and we'll do it live on stream.
Oh, streaming. There we go. Yeah. Order pizzas on stream. That'd be pretty sick. Oh shit, that might be a brilliant idea.
See, I've thought about that, but I'm like, man, it's people's addresses and their names, and so it'd
Oh,
have to
well,
be.
true. I mean, like you're like making the pizza though. You get like Twitch votes and stuff like that. Donate the biddies and stuff, and then
Oh, that'd be
make the pizza
cool.
on stream. It's like, yeah, okay. What we put on this pizza for, folks? Yeah, okay. Here we go.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
have it so like chat is the ones ordering it. Be like, oh, come to
Yep.
this chat, and you get a random pizza picked by chat.
Yeah. You got Twitch plays Pokemon. You got Twitch orders pizza. It's the new segment.
Better than a hot tub stream.
Yeah. Yeah. We got $1 million ideas. So maybe one of them.
That's gonna be our tagline for this. Better than a hot tub stream.
Okay. That is the thumbnail and the video title for sure. Do it. Better not to stream.
But yeah, that I think we covered everything. We've rambled on enough. We've covered a lot of random shit. This is gonna be. I mean, this is weird to not do a live podcast.
It is.
But
There's a law.
I mean, I did enjoy it. It was fun, and
Sure was.
it was easier for us to ramble like we normally do.
Yeah. We just let it go. We rolled. It was pretty. It's great.
So on that note, Antics, you gonna run the outro?
All right. Yeah. So, and that, my good friends, is the Antics and Goose Show. Or rather, this guy here is Trap Goose Gaming.
And the guy to my left, I guess, right? Right? Yeah, I guess that's how you'd be looking at it, or
I
left,
don't know.
whatever direction you're looking at it. That's Fancy
Yeah.
Antics. We don't
Hi.
know, we don't know which direction anything is anymore. It's up,
I
up
don't
is
know.
down, down is left.
Yeah, exactly. Who cares? No. We're on screen. That's all that matters, folks.
Yeah, the guy talking is the opposite one of the one that you want to go follow. Really,
Yes.
exactly. Big brains. But yeah, we do our podcast live on Twitch normally every second Tuesday, and then we do uploads every Friday. So it's either we do our shorts or we do our podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, when our podcast isn't coming up, our shorts are coming up, which are live reactions. We've had random little conversations about things. And I think we've got something coming up for the NHL playoffs coming up for our next short bit video.
Yep, exactly. Be a
So
fun
yeah,
idea, guys. Yep.
and it's mainly because we're both hockey nuts, and that's what we spent our first 45 minutes of this before our podcast talking about. So we
Yeah,
figured
exactly. So big one.
we're just gonna run it and talk about hockey for half hour, and hopefully you
Mm-hmm.
guys like that. But that'll be our next shorts video, I believe. So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And
Love it.
obviously, all these ideas that we talked about, our hot tub streams, our cooking streams, anything like that, y'all just share this stuff. Send it to your grandma, your mama, your dad.
Mm-hmm.
They all
Yep.
gotta know. Father's Day's
Yep.
coming up. What's better than sending them an episode of the Antics and Goose show?
Exactly. It was
And
already hit for Mother's Day. I
exactly.
swear.
Yeah,
So.
right. We have some mothers that watch it, right? I don't think our
Mm-hmm.
mothers watch it because like they like good
No,
content.
mm,
But
yeah. Nope.
um,
They're supportive, but
yeah, exactly.
not that supportive.
um, so yeah, just make sure you guys watch out for all the content that's coming. Obviously, we're going to be doing more and more as COVID's hopefully getting better.
Yeah.
We have hopes and prayers that it's getting better. It's getting worse right now in Alberta. So
Yay! Alberta.
woo! Worst cases in North America.
Mm-hmm. Look at us go.
We're
Stop those
we're the
good.
new Texas, everybody.
Yep.
And
Yay.
and on that note, guys, this is the Antics and Goose Show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit us up on all social medias, leave us
Please and thank
suggestive
you.
comments, give us topics to talk about.
Yep.
And just look up for our new videos every single Friday.
All right. Later, everyone.
Thank you guys. We love you.